Revelation 3:10. This is a verse that pastors will use to say, look, you're going to be raptured out of here before any tribulation comes onto this earth. Here's what the verse says: I will keep you from the hour of trial that will come upon the whole world. Pastors and teachers will use that verse to teach a pre-tribulation rapture. But is that even what that verse means, like in context with what is around it? And the answer is no. That verse has nothing to do with end times whatsoever. So today, Joel Richardson is going to help us understand this. Join us today as we continue our Are You Ready series. I get, let's see, Revelation 3:10. So let's start there, because this is this is just a main one out there that you're going to hear. Since you have kept my, I guess you can talk.
Yeah, this is a big one. This is the only verse that when pre-tribbers throw it up, you go, yeah, that kind of, sort of seems to sound like it supports a pre-trib rapture. So Revelation 3:10, since Jesus says to the church of Philadelphia, since you have kept my command to endure patiently, I will also keep you from the hour of trial that is going to come on the whole world to test the inhabitants of the earth. Now here's the larger context, because we always have to look at the larger context. It was to the church of Philadelphia, which was a first century church in modern-day Turkey, Asia Minor. To the church of Philadelphia, to the angel of the church of Philadelphia, right? These things says he who is holy, etc., etc. And then he says that, because you've kept the word of my perseverance, I will keep you from the hour of trial. The point is this: if this is saying that we will be raptured, so what the pre-tribbers will say is they'll say, this is for all of us today, and it's speaking of the rapture. And I go, clearly the original context is to a specific church in the first century. And they'll be like, okay, I'll give you that, but it's also for us. And then I go, was anyone raptured in the church in Philadelphia in the first century? And they'll be like, no. I'll be like, so what, none of them? He says, I will keep you. The point is, that's not what it's saying. Okay, if you can some vegetables, you keep them, you preserve them, but you don't, well, again, you don't bring them down to Phoenix to remove them from the winter. You keep them on the shelf throughout, because you guys don't have winter.
Basically. You
don't remove them from the winter, you keep them through the winter. The Lord says, because you have kept my perseverance, I'm going to keep you. Not to remove you out of the world, I'm going to preserve you through. That's what it's saying, because that's what happened in the original context to the church in the first century. In the church, nobody was raptured. It's not a rapture verse. Now, the word, and this is important to actually look at the words that are used. Oh, I don't have it in there. Well, anyway, the word keep, it doesn't mean
keep going.
It is there?
After Goshen, that one down there.
Oh, all right, there it is, tereo. It means to watch over or to guard. Okay? It doesn't mean to remove from. So again, you have to actually look at what's being stated. This is not a rapture verse, is the point. And this is the best verse that the pre-trib folks can come up with. It's not talking about the rapture is the point. So.
All right, I hope that was helpful to you today. I'm going to put a link to the entire conference, the End Times Timeline Conference, below. If you don't want to wait each week for each one of these questions. And if you want to know more about Joel, you can go to joelstrumpet.com. He has a lot of videos on his site regarding end times. So we'll see you next week.